Well, an extremely early good morning to you. I'm just pulling into the station, so I'm safe and not driving.
Any Falls Unit area back Peninsula Road in Bull Lance, Akron Penn, and Bull Lance for a reckless off. They're going to be southbound on Akron Penn, approaching Ira. It's a white Cadillac. I'm going to have you start that way. That vehicle's pulled over to this road, almost hit a guardrail. Our caller also pulled over if you want to start with 16.
Copy.
Dispatch Falls 16 and 15. Our caller's back on the line saying she now pulled away. She's once again southbound in Akron Peninsula in Ira.
Plunder audio.
16 copy.
Plunder audio.
Copy. I'll go down Portage and try to clear off at AP. Is our caller still following this vehicle?
Affirmative. Slow down a bit, hard off the road.
Okay, the fuel cell yield, level 10, speeds are 70 miles per hour. South on AP. Crash.
Plunder audio.
Power line's down.
Copy, we'll start SD that way.
We'll be at Towpath and Tennis building here on AP, closer to Timberlane.
Copy, do you think that's going to be Akron? I'll have to start ASD if so. Copy, I just need to know I'm saying CSSD or ASD.
It's going to be on the Akron side.
Plunder audio.
There's a fire hydrant Lincoln and the power line is down.
Copy, we're starting your way. 7848, do you need a squad?
Dave, we get airbag deployment, and she's extremely
Plunder audio.
intoxicated.
Yeah, people really are chiming in on this case. When you get caught driving more than 70 miles per hour on a road that the speed limit is only 35 miles per hour and your blood alcohol level is more than 3 times the legal limit, whoa, that's not a good mix. But if you are a popular local celebrity like Hollie Strano, a meteorologist who works at WKYC TV, and you're sort of famous and you're cute and you're well known, does that curry favor and get you off of those charges?
If I were Betty White, I would not have coffee in my cup, I'd have vodka.
Well, let's talk about the whole case. People are going crazy on Reddit, on YouTube, on Facebook over this case. Hollie Strano is a popular and pretty, well-loved by most people, long-time weather girl, as you call it, a weather woman, a meteorologist. You know, she's on these cute weather women and hot weather girls websites. But she's been in the game for more than 20 years in the Cleveland area, and she took a wild ride on Thanksgiving Day. She flipped her 2023 white Cadillac XT5 SUV, as you could see on the side of the road, and she is blessed that she did not harm herself fatally or anyone else in the process. And thank God for the people who took notice of Hollie, like that person in the vehicle who had called the cops and kind of pulled over and had followed Hollie and let them know, look, this woman is driving erratically. We saw her driving to the left of center and then veer off to the right and roll that car, hitting a fire hydrant, taking a power line down. The cop did some pretty expert maneuvering to get around it. Now, amazingly, when Hollie flipped her SUV, she was 34 miles away from home. So she talked about going to some kind of family dinner, Thanksgiving, Thursday, November 23rd. She must have left the dinner after 7 p.m. or so. She had 34 more miles to drive. Did she plan on driving in that drunken stupor all the way from Akron Peninsula Road up to Highland Heights, where she lived, just south of Lake Erie, about a 45-minute drive?
Saturday morning, I'm in my car at a red light, very safe, by the way, waiting to turn into the station. And I'm going to see you in a few, working this Saturday. Let's have a great day.
She lives in a 3-bedroom, 4-bathroom home in Highland Heights, worth more than $500,000. It's greater than 3,500 square feet, but would she have even made it home without taking out God knows who?
Just in my car. But I'm sure you're up early. Lots of weather, obviously, happening, and a ton of road closures and things going on. So we've got all the information you need. Turn on your TV. We'll get you where you need to be safe and sound.
Thank the Lord the cops followed her, people recognized her, and she crashed. It was just a single vehicle crash. Now, Hollie would tell the cops, "This is my worst nightmare. I was an idiot," she admitted. But then when the cop asked Holly how much she had to drink, she got kind of squirrely. Used all those qualifiers that let you know when someone's lying. She said, "Oh, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not gonna lie. I had a glass of wine." And the cop is kind of like, "Just one glass? That's all?" And she admits she had a goblet. What kind of goblet of wine would have raised her blood alcohol level that high? Enough to equate to a glass of wine and several shots. Most likely 9 shots. Now I know she's pretty petite. My goodness, if you watch the body cam video that I've linked to below, you'll see how messed up she was when she was first discovered by the cop with the airbag deployed, her nose all bloodied. He was trying to do everything he could to get her away from the Cadillac. He didn't want it to explode, I'm sure, and she was giving him a hard time, looking for her phone, talking about her kids. The cop asked her, "Are your kids in the car?" And she's like, sir, no, but my kids are worried about me."
Just getting ready. I was thinking about what I posted about fuel yourself with happy thoughts. And I didn't want it to come across as simplistic because it's really difficult. It's the hardest work you will do. But I find that it's something that I've really worked on in my own life and continue to as I drink my coffee saying, "I'm so tired," you know. But then if you take a negative thought, whatever that might be, and really use your power to overcome it, you'd be pretty amazed. It takes a lot of work, a lot of practice, repetition. Sometimes you might feel like you're just saying things, but give it a try.
So next, Holly was indeed arrested. The on-air meteorologist with WKYC-TV was indeed arrested because she miserably failed a field sobriety test. She was supposed to walk and take a certain amount of steps and turn around and do certain leg raises and all that stuff, and she could not do it. Even after she took off her high-heeled boots and she was in her stocking feet, her socks, she couldn't do it. You can watch the full body cam over on that Cleveland area body cam channel that I linked to below. Somehow they got it, and I'm glad they did. Interestingly, this past week, when I tried to get the body cam footage for this incident, I got the runaround. They released the officer's dash cam footage, which has gone viral now, Daily Mail, everyone's picking it up. They released that last week, but when I went to the police and tried to request the body cam footage, the officer's body cam footage, the police told me to contact the legal department. When I contacted the legal department, this kind of crabby and upset woman told me to contact the police. I told her they told me to contact you. This woman was acting like she was Holly's best friend or something and didn't want the weather woman's body cam footage to get out or something. She was going through all these things like, "It'll take weeks, it'll have to be redacted, it'll be combined with the dash cam footage, it'll cost money, blah 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 blah." I said, fine, I'm used to that. Okay, what do? Hop on YouTube and see it's been released to Cleveland area body cam. Who knows how they got it? Thank God they did. I got the runaround.
Truth be told, my day started off hectic. I won't get into the details. We all have these days, right? But I found that I was making mountains out of molehills, and then I looked at this glorious Friday, this beautiful start to the weekend. And here's the beautiful thing about life and each day is that you can restart at any time. You can take that deep breath and just say, okay. And the rest of do you see like these sunbeams? It's beautiful out. And no, we're not going to stress about the little things because they are just the little things. It's normal to have those moments, and I had my share today too. So I don't want you to think that, it's always unicorns shooting in my world, because that's not the case. And I know it's not the case in yours. So know that it's very normal to have your times and moments and stresses, and we all have our own things going on. But at the same time, you can reboot at any time. So give yourself a reboot if you need one.
Holly did tell the police in that body cam footage when you watch it that she's with the news, and they're like, that does not matter to us.
Is it safe to say we're flashers?
The Hollie that we see in the body cam footage is a much different Hollie than the Hollie Smiles, bubbly, pretty, affable, and lovable woman we're used to seeing on the news all the time, letting us know how the weather is, or even opening up about her own struggles with anxiety. I don't know if she's ever opened up about struggles with alcoholism or anything.
Do you hear that? It's kind of got quiet. There we go. You need to take time to listen to nature's music. There's a lot, and then my dogs, but there's a lot going on in these trees, in your trees. It's so relaxing. See? Those are birds, stop it. And bugs.
Some people love her, some people don't. They're arguing right now about it on her Facebook page. Some people are thinking, I always knew it. I don't like all those selfies she would put up. She seems very self-involved. And by the way, if you're watching this, on Sunday, December 3rd, it's actually Hollie's birthday. Some people are talking about she takes too many selfies. She must be a narcissist. She's too self-involved.
If you want green in your home, but you have a brown thumb, we have help.
Other people really like her, you know, her cooking videos, her talks about anxiety, her talks about kind of like rising above the fray, not bullying people, not being mean. It's really causing a storm of controversy, this whole predicament.
And this is what 3 a.m. looks like. Rain and snow still in the forecast. Tune in. I will let you know if it impacts trick or treat coming up. Happy Halloween.
People are wondering, should she lose her job over this? Now, as we saw in the body cam video, Hollie was driving off to the left erratically, left of center, before she went that way and flip. Thankfully, she didn't flip off into the Cuyahoga River at some point or into someone else. Get this, police said Hollie had a blood alcohol level of 0.244%, which is more than 3 times the legal limit of 0.08. But she got to go home.
Just a little garden update for you all. I just picked all of these tomatoes.
Hollie was charged with OVI, operating a vehicle under the influence, after she crashed her SUV on Thanksgiving Day, and people are really angry and upset too about all the resources. I mean, God bless these cops who were already working on Thanksgiving Day. Now all the other people who had to come out and take care of the flooding and the road blockage and everything as a result of that crash, they had to work Thanksgiving night as well to clean up her mess, in essence.
When you get down here, just block off the northbound lanes approaching where we're at. And dispatch break for the correct address. 2108 Akron Peninsula. That's where the vehicle's going to be and where the car line's now.
But according to the Akron Beacon Journal, Hollie pleaded guilty, and she was arraigned last Thursday at 2 p.m. in the Cuyahoga Falls Mayor's Court. She only pleaded guilty to 1 count of an OVI, which is a first-degree misdemeanor. It was Cuyahoga Falls Mayor's Court's magistrate, Alan Medvec, who ordered Hollie to pay a $375 fine. Hollie has to attend some type of 6-day driver's intervention program, and her driver's license was suspended for a year. But get this, in just a few days, by December 7th, Hollie will be eligible to apply for work-related driving privileges. So she could be back on the road very soon.
East side of Cleveland. This is what I am leaving in. It has snowed, ladies and gentlemen. Happy November. Hey there. You know, weather really is a great metaphor for life. So I hope you read through this entire post, and I hope it helps you today. Have your best Wednesday.
Hollie got the privileges of entering an empty courtroom when it was time for her to face the judge, or magistrate if you will. It happened at the end of court sessions after more than a dozen people had already had their cases heard. You can kind of see the privilege that's happening here with her fame and notoriety.
So after yesterday's soggy, disgusting mess, I'm just here to let you know that this lovely brightness that we're experiencing is sunshine.
Hollie wore a black pantsuit and she stood before the magistrate, and she had her two attorneys on either side, and they were the ones who asked MedVec for leniency. They wanted MedVec to impose only the mandatory minimum sentence since this is Hollie's first offense. That's what the Akron Beacon Journal says. Now, I was trying to track down rumors. I saw people typing on Facebook, and people sometimes don't know what they're talking about, but sometimes they do. There were all these rumors it wasn't Hollie's first DUI, but I checked Cuyahoga County court records. I don't see anything but Hollie's divorce. I did not see her DUI record, although police did send me a report of this latest offense. People are gossiping and they're talking about what folks at the station might be saying, or when Hollie used to live in North Olmsted, has she done this type of behavior before? But in terms of the research I could find and what the Beacon Journal is saying, it was her first offense. That's why she got away with 2 of the 3 charges being dropped. So the Cuyahoga Falls Police Department did at least send me the case report, even if they gave me the runaround about getting the body cam video footage. And Hollie was initially charged with 3 charges. And I like how they list society as the victim in this case. Now, according to the Cleveland Scene, Hollie avoided 2 of those 3 charges. She got the marked lane violation dropped and the super DUI charge dropped. The fact that her blood alcohol content was 0.244%, that got dropped. But she did plead guilty to the other OVI charge. I mean, wow. She was represented by Ian Friedman.
Good morning. How is it Monday? Tracking rain and storms. I'll give you all the timing as we start the new week. Some of you are starting school this week too. There's a little break in the rain by my house at the moment, but keep these handy. More rain potential, storms, we've got you covered.
What is going to happen to Hollie's career? That's what people are wondering. So the general manager of WKYC is Mickey Burns, and apparently Burns told the Cleveland Scene there was no comment and it was a personnel matter.
A positive person. And I think it's great for people to see that she's human and went through that.
My happiest moments are sitting around this table. Cheers.
Cheers to that. Love you too, honey.
So right now, Hollie has remained off the air. She's kind of gone silent on Facebook and even on Instagram, even though folks are posting some picture of Hollie allegedly, celebrating with Christmas lights. Supposedly it was a photo that Hollie had posted to her Instagram after the incident, but I can't verify that that is true. I've seen people posting stuff of, Hollie quipping about, oh, there's nothing in my coffee cup yet, or what have you.
One word for you. Friday.
Claiming it was from that same night, Thanksgiving or what have you, when it's not true, when I found the original footage from years earlier. So you don't really know what people are saying is true or not.
Are you ready to get this Saturday? Tracking severe storms, flooding potential, coffee in hand. We've got you covered, all right? We're going to get through it. So keep me posted on conditions as you're waking up on social in your neighborhood too.
But I'm wondering if this incident will make for a good time for Hollie to have a sort of forced retirement because of all the controversy, or in the new year, will she be taken back by her station? I don't know.
If you've been with us this morning, you know that we were under tornado warnings for Holmes, Wayne, Ashland. Those have expired, but we do now have severe thunderstorm warnings that are in place for Stark County, southeastern Wayne County, and northeastern Holmes County until 6:45. So if you have power and you are able to turn on your TV, please do so. I'll try to keep you updated here as well.
Hollie has mentioned over time talking about going through a divorce and how that impacted her. Indeed, I did find divorce records. Hollie Strano versus Brian Tuhig from February 4th, 2011. So it looks like she's been divorced for about 12 years, and she has children, as she mentioned in the body cam footage. Update: I also found that Hollie was married to another man, a man named Alex Giangreco. She met him apparently in Fort Lauderdale, Florida in 2010 when she was vacationing there as a divorced mother of 2. But they got divorced in 2017. The fact that Hollie's last name became Giangreco for a time period confused me, probably others, because there's another popular news guy, Mark Giangreco from Chicago, who's in the news. so I always conflated the two.
Taking a walk in the rain. Do you hear the sound? Forecast verification. Yep. It's kind of getting on my camera lens too. I have Mally behind me somewhere. Cool umbrella. Happy Monday.
Not only has Hollie been with WKYC for 20 years, she's been a meteorologist all these years. She also gets up really early. She's busy for that station. She hosts the Channel 3 News Go morning show from 4:30 a.m. to 7 a.m. on weekdays. That's why you see so many videos of her up at like 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. Oh my goodness, what a job.
Good morning. Making your maps. It is really windy. A wind advisory is in place until 4 o'clock today for a lot of you. Making your maps. Maybe you're up a little early because of the winds and you're hearing them. I will see you soon.
And on weekdays at noon, she also hosts a show titled It's About You. She calls herself a mental health advocate on her Instagram profile.
Probably one of the more candid videos I've posted. I just did an interview for my You Are Not Alone series with this amazing woman and her son about grief. She lost her husband, he lost his dad. And grief in the scheme of mental health is definitely the hardest, but I want you to stay tuned for this story because I want you to know whatever kind of grief you might be going through, grief is grief and you're not alone. So keep pushing. It's okay to cry. I am. And fight the fight. Okay? Stay tuned.
But it was not a smart decision for Hollie to be driving around 7:30 p.m. Thanksgiving night in the dark, totally inebriated, doing more than 70 in a 35-mile-per-hour zone. You can hear on the body cam footage one cop is like, was she evading you or what? Is this a chase as well? And the cop, he had done the Yui, and he said, well, I was really just trying to catch up with her. So she didn't get a charge for evading police. He didn't flip on his lights until he kind of got behind her. He was still far away. And by then there was the crash and he announced crash, power pole down. But the report that I received says, and I quote, I responded to a report of a possible intoxicated driver in our city. I arrived in the area and observed the vehicle make marked lane violations. The officer went on to write, I turned around to attempt to stop the vehicle that appeared to be traveling over speeds of 70 miles per hour and unable to maintain its lane. He said the vehicle then crashed into Akron's jurisdiction, so it kind of crossed the cities. Akron and Cuyahoga Falls are right next to each other. The officer wrote, I made contact with the driver, Hollie Strano, who had the odor of an alcoholic beverage coming from her person. It's important they write these things in the report since we can only see the body cam and hear it. We can't have smell-o-vision to know, but it's good that he noted that. He wrote that Hollie was seen by AFD and declined to go to the hospital. I think she was able to get a little bit of medical attention, just looked at on scene because she was so bloodied when she first came out of that car. Time elapsed, so they sped up the body cam video. I don't know if I should request it again or try and fight for it because they did tell me that the body cam was released to the media and that's what I was trying to get. I've only seen the body cam released to one organization, that Cleveland area body cam, as of this filming. But he did tell me, yeah, the other cops have all their footage as well. So I don't know if I should try and fight to get it all or not, or wait the weeks and weeks allegedly it's supposed to take when it was already released. But anyway, he wrote that Strano was arrested for OVI and brought back to station to perform field sobriety tests and later submit to a breath test. So she submitted to the breathalyzer and failed again horribly. Strano was found to have a .244 BAC. Strano was charged and released to a sober party. So she was charged. Sounds like she spent 0 jail time. I don't think they took her down to Summit County Jail, and I'm going to check Vine link, and if I can find any info up there, I'll put it up right now. But it sounds like she was able to blow more than 3 times the legal limit, do more than 70 miles per hour in a 35 mile per hour zone, flip her caddy, cause a mess over there, endanger folks, and then have 2 of her 3 charges dropped. and just get taken home. This is why some people are not happy with the way this case is turning out. I mean, you have a mixture. I do see some people saying, look, give her a break. She made a mistake. We, have all made mistakes in our lives, and let's have some grace. Hopefully she'll get better. And I do hope that too. I want whatever's bothering her, whatever made her make this horrible decision to drive drunk, for it not to happen again. And praise God, no one got hurt. Others are really going in. They're like, it was no mistake. It was a decision. She knew how drunk she was. Others are trying to say maybe she was taking some kind of medication that interacted with the alcohol. I don't know. Others are saying she made a choice. They're trying to whisper around on Facebook like this isn't her first time or something. I don't know what they mean by that, because I couldn't find legally any other charges. No DUIs, no OVIs other than this one. Others are saying, look, she could have really hurt someone. She made a choice to drive, not even just tipsy. She seemed really like kind of blackout drunk behind the wheel.
Hey, it's me. So this is my checking in with you to see how you're doing. I think that we need to keep in touch with each other. Now more than ever, it's a really hard time. And even if you don't have anxiety, I think we're all a little displaced and feeling off, and that's okay. So let's keep the conversations going, and I think knowing that we're not alone is what's going to get us through.
She seemed kind of blackout drunk behind that wheel, behind that weapon, behind that tons of a Cadillac SUV. It says that all vehicle accident and tows were handled by the Akron police. So yes, Hollie was born on December 3rd, 1972. And if you're watching it on Sunday, December 3rd, 2023, wow, it's Hollie's birthday. What a birthday. She's celebrating her 51st birthday today, if you're watching this on Sunday. Based on when I can get this edited and alive, this video, boy, what a time to really think life over, sit down and take a deep examination of herself and make the choice to never drive this way, never drive impaired ever again.
Hey, so like so many nights, it's the dinner of two tales at my house because my kids have really different tastes. So I'm doing a fillet for my son. And I got this halibut for the halibut for my daughter. That'll be interesting. First time. Well, I might have made it before actually, but I'm going to try to kind of blacken it. Got a grill pan. You can buy yourself flowers. You know the good song that's out there right now by Miley Cyrus. I bought myself flowers at the grocery store. This is just happiness. So I'm going to get cooking.
So yeah, that road where Hollie drove drunk had to be blocked off for a while. Of course, I'm sure they had to repair the poles and make sure no live wires were down. And then the towpath tennis center, right where she crashed, posted the following photos and the following Facebook post after this crash happened. They wrote, "This Thanksgiving weekend, Towpath is especially grateful for the city of Akron. Last night, a vehicle took out a fire hydrant that caused rushing water and mud to fill most of the parking lot. Today we are hosting our 43rd annual Thanksgiving tournament. We're so thankful to have water, power, and tennis matches being played today. Thank you to all of our players and parents for your understanding and patience as we cleaned up the mess. The city's help was such a blessing today. Thank you." So yeah, check out all the comments all around Reddit and Facebook and people coming down on either side of, grace or no. She got away with it too lightly. One comment on Reddit really stuck out to me. They wrote, "I've picked up too many dead people because other people made a mistake. I've seen unimaginable carnage that I carry with me every day because someone had one glass of wine. Dead kids, people without heads, cars ran over, people burned alive. This isn't excusable. It's illegal. It's inexcusable. She was 3 times over the limit. Blowing a .009 is a mistake. Blowing a .244 is almost enough to make most people black out." Wow. That stuck with me. What do you think should happen to Hollie? I think she should follow Ephesians 5:18. It says, "Do not get drunk with wine, for that is wickedness, corruption, stupidity, but be filled with the Holy Spirit and constantly guided by Him." Yeah, if Holly planned to just get that stupid drunk, which is not a good decision in any way, you like to be in control of your faculties, you know what I mean? But if she knew she was going to party on Thanksgiving, there are ways you can arrange for who let her leave their house like that. Did they know she was that messed up? Couldn't she just go sleep it off in a guest bedroom if they had room? Could some sober person have taken her home? Could she have Ubered? There's so many other options that she could have chosen that night. But thank God for still having grace. She did not lose her life. No one else lost their lives. But the big question is, what's going to happen going forward with Holly? Will we still see her on the news, or will she quietly be dismissed and replaced? I don't know. Let's keep track. But thanks for watching all this, and take care.
So this is my Grandpa Sam's fig tree. I've showed it to you before, I think, but definitely was in need of some love from Mother Nature, and I know we're all excited about the rain. It's a little cool today, right? But I have to show you this. You see that? It's a little sprout. It's him smiling down from heaven. So just sharing a little story with you. I'm doing my radio updates. Well, I did them. So yesterday I was holding a sneeze on air. I always have this fear of sneezing. Not that you would think that that's weird because we all sneeze, but whatever. And I broke a blood vessel in my eye. And I don't know if you can see like that little mark there. It's so much smaller. So I had a dream last night about my Grandpa Sam, who has passed, as many of you are aware, and woke up this morning and the red is like almost not noticeable. And I was told that it would take all of a week to heal. And I'm pretty convinced my grandpa has had a hand in this. It's kind of cool. So we're going to have ourselves a good Wednesday. Listen, nothing says comfort like cookies, especially if they have M&Ms in them, which is like my favorite candy. So you guys are awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much for all of your well wishes. My eye, this one, is better. It still hurts, but it's better. I will be in glasses for the next week. The kids and I are going to chow down on some cookies with dinner tonight. That's completely happening. Yes, I have makeup on for all of those that will choose to say why. Because it makes me feel good. So I think it's really important to do things that make you feel good, like take a shower and work out and all those things. Full lips, kind of half face, but it's evident that this is the eye that has no makeup. And P.S., it's going to rain. I'll see you in the morning. Coffee? Check. Happy Wednesday. Lots to talk about in the weather today. So sunshine's back, which is great. Air quality alerts are in place. Smoke from Canada impacting us again. Haze, smoke, you may have already noticed. So we will discuss. Turn on your TV and let's chat. Show is over in the Weather Center. Studio lights are down. Thus these spotlights I have on in the Weather Center. Hope you're having a good start to your day. More rain is on the way if it hasn't already started in your own neighborhood. And it's really packing a positive punch from the rain that we had yesterday and Sunday even, getting us back on track. So scattered showers, thunderstorms moving back in today. And it is going to be another cool day, 60s. So grab your sweatshirts and have a great Tuesday. This is 3 a.m. Welcome to it. So a winter weather advisory is in place. It's going to be a busy morning, 6 till 10 a.m. for a lot of you. Coffee's going down good. Let's do Wednesday. We've got you covered. Turn on Channel 3. Happy International Women's Day, ladies. Here's to all the strong women like me who choose to lift and empower one another instead of bully and bring others down. And for those of you that may be dealing with that, know that that has nothing to do with you and everything to do with the other person. I know that as a mom, I continue to build my daughter and all the women that surround me in my life in a positive way. And I hope that that applies to you right here on social media, which can be a place of a lot of negativity, sadly. I'm going to continue to do my best to make this a positive place to exist every single day. Hey, Tuesday. So if you see sort of an oily appearance to my skin as I'm getting ready here, that is vitamin E. Big secret. It's not really a secret. My Grandpa Sam used vitamin E forever, his entire existence, and he had great skin, so I use vitamin E. And I'm about to put on more makeup, and we are going to have ourselves a great Tuesday, and there is no negotiating. So let's do this. Well, when you have a case of the Sunday scaries, you make chocolate chip cookies. So many of you have been inquiring about the chocolate lava cake made in a crock pot that I did on Good Company. This is Jean's recipe. She's amazing. Boss extraordinaire, who doesn't cook, mind you. So far, I've made all of her recipes, and this is going for the kids tonight. So, devil's food cake, you mix it up according to the recipe. So that's like eggs and oil and water and the cake mix on the bottom. On top of that is instant chocolate pudding. On top of that is chocolate chips. You put it in the crock pot, you cook it on high for 2 hours. You serve it with ice cream or whipped cream if you desire, and you've got an amazing dessert, which we are having tonight. This is where I wish I had, I guess this wouldn't be smell-o-vision, but smell social media or something, because it smells amazing. As promised, the winds have picked up and the sun is shining. See? Kind of a bizarro day, isn't it? Yeah, and really warm, so I'm getting a walk in. I hope you guys are.